This right here has the best camera in any smartphone. That's right, the Huawei P50 Pro, currently the best score in DxO Mark 145. Huawei has been leading the camera smartphone market since the dawn of time. Well, actually since the P9 series came out. If you remembered, the P9 series signaled the beginning of the multi-lens camera phone era, while the Huawei P20, P30, P40 pushed the boundaries, driving innovation in smartphone photography with intelligent algorithms, larger, more sophisticated sensors, and better zooming capabilities. You see those two right there? Those are the camera lenses. At least that's what they look like. Two big sensors. And Huawei's calling it the True-Form Dual Matrix camera. It is Huawei's best, most sophisticated sensor to date. And I'm so excited to unbox it right now. So without further ado, let the unboxing begin. No. A new year, a new dawn of smartphones for Huawei. This is it. I think Huawei is gonna come back big time in 2022. I could just feel it. And oh yeah, this is the box that you're gonna get for this phone. It's pretty simple, just the two circular at the front and the model number. Explore App Gallery. That's right. Oh my god, if you know just how much better the app gallery is now compared to before, it has improved tremendously. So many apps that are available right now. Google Apps within reach. Yes, the Huawei ecosystem is now a lot more convenient. It has Mobile Legends, Viber, Facebook, and it even has Google Apps. Pretty nice. Oh yeah, this is the small box. And right here is the SIM ejector pin. That's how you do a SIM ejector pin placement inside of the box. So easy to put back in. And of course, inside you get the jelly case with the camera cutouts. I didn't get the papers because this is a review unit. So yeah. And under here we get the USB Type-C cable, orange tips, and the 66-watt fast charger. Huawei supercharged technology. That's pretty much it. This is the phone. Oh my goodness. Why so stunning? Wow. This is the Cocoa Gold, by the way. There's a black one, the golden black color, if you don't like this color. But yeah, this looks so premium and gorgeous, especially in person. At first glance, when I saw it in the internet, I was like, it's okay. But then in person, it looks really nice. It really looks like a gold bar. Look at that. Shining, shimmering. It is very reflective though. Might not be the same for the black color. And look at those camera modules. Oh my goodness. Huge is an understatement for these cameras right here. Oh, by the way, these two actually have a name. They're called the True-Form Dual Matrix cameras, which comprises of the powerful main camera matrix and of course the super zoom matrix. I think that's the periscope right there. Yeah, this is the zoom camera matrix. Main camera, zoom camera. Both are huge, but in actuality, there are smaller circles within the bigger circles themselves. Just take note. Look at that. There's a lot going on here. Huawei. Some text right here. Leica. That's right. These are Leica cameras. They got there the Vario Semilux and some other stuff. I gotta say, the design is pretty unique. This is the first time I've seen this kind of design, like ever in a smartphone. I've seen diamond ones, rectangular ones, but two big circles like this one. This is the first. Now the rest of the body looks pretty premium. It really does look like a flagship phone in 2022. Very thin, very light, by the way, and curvy. Look at that. Curves at the sides. Also the camera is curved. That is a pretty beautiful display. Nice. Gorgeous. Now the buttons and ports right here are standard flagship stuff. Power button, volume rockers at the sides. And what is this? 1, 2... I know these are microphones, but this one looks like a sensor right there. Must be a light sensor. From the left, we got a microphone, a speaker, a sensor right there, and another microphone at the end. At the left side, we get nothing. Looks like the body's metal because of the antenna bands placed at the sides. Nothing at the left side. And at the bottom, we get another speaker, the USB Type-C port, another microphone. That is a lot of microphones. And of course, the SIM tray, which is a dual nano SIM card slot. No microSD card slot for expandability, but it does have a 256 gigs of internal storage, and I think that's already a lot. Okay, so before I show you the pictures, here are the technicalities that you need to know for the cameras. First off, the main camera is a 23mm equivalent 50 megapixel f1.8 camera with OIS. And it also has a 40 megapixel monochrome sensor, 13 megapixel ultra-wide sensor, and a 64 megapixel telephoto sensor. Take note, it has OIS. And here are the pictures that I got with the phone. And as you can see, wow, this is one of the most impressive looking pictures I have ever seen coming from a phone. First impressions, I thought this was taken on a DSLR camera. Something expensive with a very expensive lens. Yes, it is unlike any smartphone camera I've seen. It is definitely pretty close to what you will get on a mirrorless camera or a DSLR. It manages to get as much detail as what you'll get on professional cameras. Photos are very natural looking. None of that smartphone enhanced look. And the dynamic range on this thing is like incredibly good. You could really see the balancing of lighting here. Shadows are not crushed. A lot of detail can be seen in the dark areas. But probably the best thing about this camera is that its ability to get so much exposure, so much detail and sharpness, even in very dark situations. I mean, just look at this picture right here. It's so dark, but I was able to get so much. Oh, also, by the way, you also get this neat filters from Leica. Leica Standard, Leica Vivid, AI Color. Well, actually, only free Leica filters. The others are Huawei filters. And just like the P40 Pro before it, it does have the aperture mode, which lets you control the aperture, background blur, just like that. It has night mode, which has up to 100 times zoom. Oh, speaking of zoom, this phone does have up to 100 times zoom. And yeah, it still has that moonshot capabilities, just like way back from the P30. Now, of course, I'm going to cover everything on a future full review for this phone. So yeah, if you want to check it out, just subscribe. Now, of course, let's talk about that display. Now, just like any flagship phone out there, it has one of the best displays out in the market right now. One of the sharpest, one of the brightest displays, look at that. It is a 6.6-inch flex curved OLED panel with a super high resolution 2700 by 1228, has well over 450 ppi, 120Hz refresh rate, 300Hz touch sampling rate, has HDR, 1.7 billion colors, and it's also a True-Chroma display, which has a P3 white color gamut. What can I say? It's smooth, it has pure whites, deep blacks. That's right, I'm able to install YouTube right here. Can play up to 4K HDR. Oh my goodness, look at that level of detail. Just eye candy coming out of this display. And it's also curved. The content is flowing at the sides. Pretty neat. It's like a display floating in thin air. Look at that. Well guys, it has been quite some time now since Huawei has been updating its app lineup with the combination of the Huawei App Gallery, Huawei Pedal Search, and their brand new GSpace app, which is basically a virtual space within the Huawei ecosystem that lets you install Google apps like YouTube, YouTube Music, Google Drive, Google Maps. It's all here, finally. For example, Gmail, right here. It launches the Google Play Store. And don't worry, it's gonna use your Google account. Legit. Finally, all the apps within reach inside of a Huawei device. It's now accessible, guys, thanks to the GSpace app, which can be downloaded in the Huawei App Gallery and can be searched right here with the Huawei Pedal Search. Thank you, Huawei. Now, in terms of performance, it has a Snapdragon 888 processor, which has the score in an Antutu benchmark, 610,000 points, which is pretty decent for a flagship phone. It's not super high, but it is able to play one of the most graphically demanding games on Android today. It is simply well optimized. It looks like the software is not that heavy compared to other Android phones out there. The viewing experience is also pretty good. You get that very wide display. A lot can be seen. My hands was able to move about freely without any strain at all. And the sounds were pretty loud as well. And very boomy. It does have some bass to it. But yeah, Atmos is pretty much a gimmick in most smartphones these days, so don't worry about it. But yes, playing Call of Duty, Mobile Legends, Genshin Impact on this thing is no problem at all. This phone right here can play pretty much any game on the Play Store, or rather the App Gallery. And pretty much everything was a great experience overall. And I didn't feel any hiccups whatsoever. No crashing, no issues. Overall, this phone is a dream. But yeah, there's a lot of cover in the full review. I have to check out some other stuff. If you want to see more comparisons between this and the iPhone 13 Pro Max, please do drop a comment down below so that we can have that in our full review. Overall, it's excellent. The display is excellent. Battery is also excellent. Has a 4,360 mAh battery. Has 66 watts fast charging. And it also has a fast 50-watt wireless charging. It's also water resistant IP68 rating. Overall, it's great, especially the inclusion of the GSpace app, which enables me to install all of the Google apps that I need for this phone. No more hassles. And it looks like Huawei's back in the game. I love it. Welcome back, Huawei. And of course, the full review of the Huawei P50 Pro coming right up here in TechBeans. If you want to see that, just subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any of my great content. This is Vince from TechBeans, and I'll see you on the next video.